Yes. I'm shocked that he's 6 still. They must have been really hated about him. Yeah, I didn't used to understand. Is that Jerry on the floor?
All right, everybody, we're going to begin here. Kind of go over and celebrate our players a little bit. Thank you all for coming to the Celebration Barbecue to celebrate another year of Lincoln baseball. Woo! Everybody here. Someone cook my. All right. So, I want to thank everybody for coming to the barbecue. I want to thank our hosts, Luke and Wyatt's parents, Kathy and Steve, for putting everything together. They do a great job with the barbecue. Thank you for everybody coming out. Again, we just want to celebrate the whole year. It is a lot, playing through summer, fall, and then going and having a full spring season. I'm finally glad that we had a full season, and the league didn't let us down with that this year, even though they tried to. But at the end run, they kind of did it. I also want to talk about how finally, the Burlingame coach once told me, like, hey, when you take over that team, it's going to probably take 4 full years for everything to kind of make sense and kind of actually kind of build a culture of what you kind of want. And finally, we, as all the coaches talked about, both the varsity and the JV team both made the championship, and that was the first time that's happened since 2005. So that was a big step forward. Hopefully moving forward, varsity and JV both start making the championship every single year, and also start winning it every single year.
Yeah. There you go.
So not only that, we have a lot of good wins coming our way. We have now the new bullpen mound is coming in. We have 2 bullpen mounds. We have the 2 new batting mats in our cages. We have over 200 baseballs ordered. We also have all the new gear that everybody's been wearing, and finally have a faithful partner in that, CL Sports, that we really like. The old group was trying, but they kept taking way too long, and it was a give or take thing, and it literally almost took a year for the new stuff to come out, and I was like, no. So the CNL Sports is actually the new way to go, and I really like the new gear. So I also brought all the gear, all the t-shirts, sweatshirts, everything, all the hats. So if you do want to get something afterwards, you can head over there and get that going. Awesome. The shorts are over there too as well. If that's something you would like. We have a lot of leftover. But thank you again for all the fundraising money. Again, we're able to play for fall ball. We're able to play for summer ball. We're able to give everybody a free sweatshirt and t-shirt. We're able to buy the 2 pitching machines. We're able to buy a battery when Lincoln's batting cages break. So there's a lot of good things, a lot of things that we were able to buy to give the players. So thank you again for being so strong with fundraising. We're hoping next year that now that our spring break is heading back to where we need it, that a lot of tournaments will open up for us for spring break and we'll be able to travel again. We'll just have to be able to make sure we fundraise for that and make sure we're able to do it.
And have enough kids participate. That turned out to be a big issue in staying here and playing in Alameda, where we only had, I believe, 9 varsity players participate. We had to bring up a few junior varsity players to participate in spring break, and we really wouldn't have liked it if we would have went to LA or Arizona and had that situation come up. So spring break, if you're playing on Lincoln baseball, parents, you are committed to play during spring break. That's big.
And again, it was just we had a rough start to the year. Frostoff, you played great baseball all year long and had a great battle in the championship. Varsity, we started off a little rough, but again, we were able to. And then at the end there with varsity again, to start off 0-8 and then go 15 wins and 4 losses in our next 19, and then go to the championship at Oracle was a good testament. And again, that was a game that we put ourselves in a position to win. Again, it just shows how far we've come in as a program. Everybody knows what they're doing, and again, this is an option to go play baseball, and it's because all the families and everybody bought into it, and we appreciate it. I want to say thank you to the coaches here. Again, we don't really do it for a lot of money here. Practically free, and we probably spend more money than we actually make doing this, like the 2K or something, whatever they give us to do a full year round. But we love to do it. We love playing, coaching high school baseball and giving everybody that opportunity, especially in a public school setting. So we hope everybody's enjoying their time in doing that. I'm still working through some things with, obviously, with Lincoln to try to make things work better. Like I said, we just finally worked with CNL Sports. But even with these plaques, you know, I went to go order them, and then they're still like, Lincoln hasn't paid their debt, so I separated Lincoln Baseball from Lincoln High School. And then in a week, we'll actually get our plaques now. So I'll be handing those out when the time comes. But those are things you learn along the way, and we're almost where we need to be fully as a program now. So it's really exciting where we're at. The umpires like us. There's a lot of good things in our way. I do want to share how even after the JV and varsity championship, I got a lot of emails from athletic directors and people who saw the game, umpires, the head of umpires. Even though it didn't seem like it, they all mentioned how much they appreciated Lincoln High School, how was one of their favorite teams to umpire, how a lot of umpires even like go to fight for, they want to umpire our games. They say we're always respectful, doesn't matter who we play. They like our attitude, what we bring to the table. There's a lot of good things said about the kids here at Lincoln Baseball, and you guys should be really proud of yourselves in that kind of way. And same thing with even at the JV championship, I literally got an athletic director at Lowell was like, hey, I'm a fan of Lincoln Baseball. They were so respectful. They brought the right energy. It was just so fun to watch. And I just keep hearing a lot of things like that by both squads. So you should be really proud of, again, all the players here. So that's, again, the culture that we're really trying to build. And I'm really proud of all of you for doing that. So we're now going to celebrate each player and talk about each player as we go through this so we can celebrate them. The JV coaches here, they're going to introduce themselves, say a couple of things, and then introduce the Frost soft team.
So well, first, hi, I'm Mark Vella. I've been doing this for, I think now, this is my 9th or 10th year doing this. I have seen this program grow so much, especially since James took over. It is now a really desirable program to come to and be with. I've been doing this for, like I said, like 30 years. I've been doing it. The kids. the players. They're just really, as parents, please really know that you've got really, really good kids. They're a lot of fun to work with. As you know, they're also very frustrating to work with at times, of course, and everything like that. But also too, they're also just a lot of fun and just really, really good kids. So hey, parents, please give yourselves a big round of applause. You guys are doing an amazing job.
I'm glad. I'm sure you've heard me yelling and screaming all across the field, every practice, every game. I feel like I've said this a couple of years in a row now, and I'm thankful to have said this a couple of years. I've had as much fun coaching this group of kids as I've ever had in the 8 or 9 years that I've been coaching. I have a chorus behind me joining me. And I would also say in my other line of work, I'm a classroom teacher's aide, and part of my duties on that job are communicating with families, and unfortunately I often learn that families are not so present in their kids' life, and I learned with Lincoln Baseball and with a lot of the other baseball teams that we coach that it is quite the opposite. There are often like dozens of families up in the bleachers. We can have an event like this and know that just about every family is going to show up. It's going to be a good time. It's a really fun thing to be a part of, so we're super appreciative of that. And as Mark said, just to reiterate, like a really fun group to come out and see after work every day, get some work in. I think they really like epitomize the idea of a collective group can work hard together towards something, and it doesn't have to be this miserable experience where everybody's like at each other's throats. You can continue to have fun, you can continue to be kids and play around and crack jokes, but also make progress as time passes. So that was a lot of fun to be a part of.
All right, hey, you wanna do this by the list? First one?
Yeah, that'll work. All right, so we'll kind of call up individual players as we go and give a quick couple sentences, spiel about them and their impact on the team. First on the list, I think this is an appropriate first on the list. I met this kid the summer before he came to Lincoln High School, and I knew right away that it was going to be an emotional roller coaster. It absolutely has been an emotional roller coaster, but but he was also clearly one of our best players day in and day out. Every other coach in our league very much envied us for having him on our team, and he actually turned out to very much be our emotional leader, especially in our biggest moments. Took a lot of big strides as a character. Shout out to Jerry Howe.
Outfield, being our dang super sub, and came through really nice. Lucas, looks out.
Next one, so there will be no mystery about it. This was our catcher, and I want to talk about a moment 2 years ago when he was a freshman. We weren't quite sure who our catcher was going to be on the JV team, and I remember a moment by the batting cages where I took this kid, and I remember having this talk of like, look, sometimes your personality is way too timid for the role that I need you to play on this team. And I remember the level of eye contact that he gave me during that conversation, and really from that moment forward, but especially this year, he became the guy, the spiritual leader on the field that we absolutely needed him to be. The loudest guy on the field, the toughest guy on the field, and ultimately, arguably our best player, Nick Chu.
All right, hey, this guy turned out to be a silent assassin, both pitching, hitting, and fielding. Just when the chips were down, he pitched really tough. When it was called for, he got some clutch hits, and just friggin', he's gonna be friggin' amazing going forward. Mason,
the phrase every time the ball was hit to this guy, we got a guy. And we had a guy every single time, right? This was a kid that came in, we weren't quite sure what role he was going to play, didn't have the most baseball experience, and for the level of experience that he had, this guy went right in there, wasn't afraid of a single moment, just went out there and did it, quite simply, and made every single, not only routine play, but actually some pretty spectacular plays along the way too. Shout out to Jack.
Individual got thrown into the deep end early on and swam perfectly. Excellent fielding. Excellent. Also, too, got thrown around a lot because of injuries and grades and other issues like that. Got thrown out to a lot of different positions. But probably one of our top pitchers next year, Lola.
Lola is obviously the first girl player that we've had in a long time. There's a lot more to it than that, though. She was a very, very legitimate part of this team. She slid into a poor kid's feet and flipped him over at once. Not only that, there were some other girls that played for her club team that were also in the league that I think received a lot more publicity. And Lola was always happy for her friends, was never spiteful about the fact that she wasn't quite getting as much recognition, and maybe deserved it a little bit more. So a special shout out to Lola.
She liked taking it for the team too, the hits.
Yeah, she got hit a lot. It was always a shame.
Ball magnet.
All right. Hey, so this guy, when an RBI needed to be gotten in, he drove it in. When an out needed to be pitched out, he got it out. When a play in the field needed to be made, he made it. The rise from last year to this year is just one of the bigger steps I've seen in a player overall. From his hitting, from his pitching, from his fielding. Xavier.
Woo!
Next, we've got a kid who we had no idea who he was coming into the fall, and it turned out that he was kind of a godsend. We were very unsure about what was going to happen with our outfield. After it turned out that he should have been our guy, we tried a whole bunch of other options out there. He was patient throughout that entire process and worked each day and earned his spot back, and by the end it was unquestionable that he was our left fielder. He made a lot of the plays that we needed him to play, and his skills as far as complicated things like taking deep routes to make doubles, singles, getting behind the ball to make sure we're catching routine outs, that got a lot better from day one. Shout out to Will Johnson.
Hey, this guy is probably one of the smoothest fielders you're going to see. Varsity is going to be so damn lucky. He's going to be able to play every friggin' infield spot and do damn well there. He can make everything. And hitting wise, man, his hitting came on really strong. Pitching, man, you're pitching. If we can get you past that 9 outs, if we get you like the 12, 15 outs, you're gonna be friggin' dominating next year. Okay, 8. So yeah, and then hey, listen, I want to do a couple quick shout outs. There's 3 players that didn't make it. Austin, Elijah, and Valentino all played important roles for the team this year. And what?
Also Wyatt.
Oh, and Wyatt.
Who, as we mentioned, his parents are holding down the fort. Wyatt couldn't make it because he's getting over a little bout of sickness. But Wyatt will be back.
Definitely, yeah.
And we can't wait. Also a humongous part of this team. Held it down, locked it down at first base. Part of our lineup. Big part of the vibe.
Hey, so you're 23, 24 Frost Off team. I'm sorry. We have some awards to talk out, not pass out, just talk out. Hey, so this fits in more than one way, just because I think he probably could annoy a nun. I mean, just the way that he plays on the field is with the energy, with the enthusiasm, with the vocalness is just amazing. But for Offensive Player of the Year, Jerry.
So we've got co-defensive players of the year. The first guy I'm going to mention, I already used the line, but I'm going to use it again. Damn it, every time the ball was hit to him. We got a guy, and we had a guy. So the first recipient is going to be Jack Toll for his job in center field. And our second recipient was, we knew he was a good defender. I think his impact was actually a little bit slept on. I wish we had somebody crunching numbers behind the scenes, because if we had like defensive runs saved or something, this guy would lead the league in that. I honestly think there were some close games that we played that we may have got mercy ruled in had it not been for his impact, especially at first base. Aiden Castaneda.
Alrighty, pitcher of the year. Hey, listen, pitched some big games. Was nasty out there. Threw some strikes out people. Mason Wong.
Our next award is most promising, and this kind of has to do with the player's potential. The player that we're giving it to, it has a lot to do with the versatility that this player has developed. I think this player came in with a certain skill set, and because of needs that we've had as a team, this player has been forced into positions that maybe they never thought they were going to be asked to play before, especially at this high of a level, and they've held it down. I would also mention, I was saying it to somebody earlier, you should have seen this kid swing last year and compare it to this year, and you would see why he's winning most promising. Xavier Malizia.
So most improved. This individual, first year playing, coming in, we didn't know what we had with him coming in, and just worked every single day. He showed up for fall, for conditioning, good weather bad weather, you could not. I mean, he was always there. And just the amount of time and effort and work he put in was just impressive. Jack Tull. Oh, hey, so I'm also doing most inspirational. This individual, a lot has been said about, and also too, just the improvement that he continues to make, but also too, the role he played on the team. Just trying to get everybody in there, trying to keep everybody calm and down, keeping everybody focused in there, and also too the enjoyment that he played with the game. Xavier, most inspirational.
By the way, Xavier always wins most inspirational on every team he's ever on, so he's like, again, most inspirational.
We got Simon though. We had Simon.
There you go. And then lastly, we've got our MVP for the year. I did mention a conversation that I had with this kid a couple of years ago. I also want to mention, as I'm looking at his little brother here, we had a long summer where Russell and Nick were going up there to get their work in. I was up there for one reason or another, and pretty much every time we were up there, it would turn into a 2.5, 3-hour hitting session, catching session, and the strides that this kid made over the summer were like very, very serious. I remember telling Burke in the middle of the summer, like, this kid's gonna be like somebody you need to take note of. Burke was like, we'll see. And I think now there's agreement. Big congratulations for a great year.